Hi guys, and welcome to my domain. So guys, we've hit yet another milestone. Thank y'all so much as always, because without y'all, of course, I could not reach it myself. And it's just really cool to see that I am getting somewhere with the channel now. I feel like through your support and through your kindness and just everything that y'all do, guys, it just helps me feel better about the content that I produce, and it makes me feel good about the content that I produce, because a lot of people seem to like it now. I have so many people backing me up and saying, wow, good stuff and good this and that, and it's really nice to hear. I mean, like I said, without y'all, I could not, of course, do that. So for this 75 subscriber milestone, I kind of wanted to showcase a little bit of y'all, kind of show what comments that I've gotten over, well, almost a year. It's almost been a year that I've had this channel, and I wanted just to show off what y'all have been saying, because it's really been supportive and nice. And I'm gonna be doing mostly YouTube comments, but as y'all know, I do advertise on Facebook and Reddit.
Ugh, totally oof.
Yeah, totally.
I know some of y'all are like, ugh, he advertises, but hey, I have no shame about it. I don't do it like bad. I don't do sub for sub, of course, and I don't go into random groups and just post my links. I try and do it as good as I possibly can, and I've just met a lot of supportive people, and that's where I even had my first, I guess, true collab with someone in Dead by Daylight. So guys, without further ado, I'm gonna go through a few comments that I have right here on my monitor, and then I'll jump onto the phone for the Reddit and Facebook comments. So here we go. If I don't say their name explicitly, that means they want to remain anonymous, or if I say, oh, this was from anonymous, if I can speak right, I'll let y'all know too, if I know already ahead of time. But here we go. So the first comment that I ever actually got from someone else was from a guy named Kyle Laymans, and he says, that intro is really cool. You know, it's funny, I've been getting a lot of comments on my intro and how cool it looks. I thought it was a little cringy, but I also wanted to make something, not saying that whoever originally made it was cringy. I just thought, because you know, you hear about it a lot, that a lot of people don't like intros, so I thought people were gonna think it was cringy, but I thought it was pretty cool, and it's nice to know that a lot of other people think it's cool too. So thank you, Kylan, and I'm sorry if I butchered your name on that. So this one comes from my first South Park video, and comes from a good friend of mine, the Taoist Dragon. I'm definitely going to have to blur that out. I feel YouTube just feels that way about this whole game. He's referring to when I said I need to blur that out, because during the first part of it, we had to go, I think it was unlock a code for Cartman's base, I'm pretty sure. And it was Cartman drew a lot of explicit things within the journal itself. So I just remembered that I did have to blur it out. Some people get away with it, but I wasn't feeling lucky with YouTube then, so I just thought it for the best that I needed to blur it out. So yes, and I still need to blur some things out in South Park, because that never changes. BF Gaming says, love it, on my second part of the South Park series, so thank you, BF Gaming. Harvey Dude on what part? Oh, that's part 3, I believe. Yes, part 3 on my South Park series. He says, nice video, dude. This game looks pretty fun. Thank you, Harvey. Yeah, it was really fun. I think that was when the priest came into play, so that's something else, unfortunately. This comment comes from Gaijin TV, which he's a really cool dude. I really like this. I wouldn't say it was scary, but I was on edge the whole time. Happy Thanksgiving. Subscribe. Well, thank you. This was from the Tender Cut. It was kind of a strange game. Yeah, it wasn't really much of a horror game, but I think there was multiple endings to it. I don't know. I never saw gameplay of it other than when I played it, so I don't know. I may have to actually revisit that again on my own, like I said before, but who know. It was interesting nonetheless. Okay, this next comment comes from the Real Vipers saying, we got some pretty heavy snow here in the UK. This was when I posted my snow video, which was so awesome. It was the first time it ever snowed like that in Texas. It was just really amazing, and I don't normally do like vlogs, but I just really wanted to show that because it was so cool, and I thought it was one of the coolest things ever because I rarely see snow. I've seen it before, but it was never that big in Texas, so I thought that was just one of the coolest things ever. And on that note, Stormcall also says, wow, LOL, that's crazy, on the snow as well. Yeah, like I said, it was just crazy, especially in Texas. You would never think that would ever happen. So this next comment comes from Gothic Tech, and he says, this was the first multiplayer I have ever played in my life, so taking that in mind, you did a million times better than me. It is a really fun game, and the most intense thing ever, to be honest, is doing the gens. They are so annoying and hard to time right. So this guy is actually a really cool, down-to-earth guy, and he's just super chill. I like talking to him too. He commented on my Dead by Daylight video, and I know he's talking about because when I played on PC, which oof, I am not a PC player, I tried to do the gens, but I would fail and keep failing all the time. And actually that's one of the reasons why I got this like little stick to put into my laptop, so that if I ever play a game like that again, I can just simply use my Xbox controller, because that's what I know. And yeah, I'm not really a big PC player. This one comes from Gothic Tech again. He says, congrats mate, you are set now and have great tools, so enjoy the fun and make the best videos you can. Hope you will do an entire setup tour one day, and darn, that's a nice Dragon Ball collection. Thank you. That was on my unboxing my Christmas presents and all that, which I felt very spoiled. I know, I'm sorry. I'm sure some of y'all were like, well, he got everything he pretty much wanted, but it was mostly for the channel anyways. I don't think I actually really got too many like personal things besides games, and even that I'm playing for the channel. But if y'all haven't noticed, I have quite the Dragon Ball collection back there on the top shelf. Yeah, and there's a lot of Marvel stuff, DC stuff up there, and there's also like Gears of War, Batman stuff. It's just stuff that I've collected over the years, and I put like, I want something in the background. I just didn't want it to be my wall that y'all are staring at. This comes from Super Raw. I think that's how you say your Super Raw. I'm pretty sure it's Super Raw though. He says, hey, I hope we can play together when it's finally out. Good video, man. Yeah, this was on my Fusion Fall, and honestly, I keep looking on the website because I want to play it so bad. It was one of my favorite childhood MMOs, and even to this day, I would still love to play it because there's just something about Fusion Fall that I really liked. And I mean, apart from it having some of my favorite childhood characters from Cartoon Network, it was just still a really cool game. So this next comment actually comes from a really cool dude. I was actually subscribed to his content beforehand, but I didn't really check out his stuff until he actually told me that he also did another highlights video, which was really cool how he did it. This comes from Roth, which I just call him Roth. He says, cool video, man. That pizzeria jump scared made me laugh. Awesome intro with all the videos. Keep it up, man. Thank you, Roth. That was on my highlights video, and he was talking about when I put the jump scare. I think that's when I actually played Five Nights at Freddy's 6 the first time, my part 1, I'm pretty sure. I don't think I played part 2 yet. I don't think so. I might have. I don't know now. Anyways, thank you, Roth. That was really cool to see you on here, man. And you keep up the good content as well. I think you're gonna get somewhere someday. Really, like somewhere really far. This next comment actually came from something really, really cool. And I thought this was one of, not saying like, oh, y'all's comments are nothing compared to this, but I just thought this was really one of the coolest comments because this came from a developer of the game itself that I played, which was Heartbound. It was from Pirate Software, and they told me, thanks for playing our game, Heart. Which was really cool to see because you normally don't see developers, you know, going out of their way to comment on other people's videos on the stuff that they do. Also on the Heartbound train, Micmac Plays says, now I want to play this game. Awesome job. She's really a nice person. She did Minecraft videos. I don't know if she's still doing them, but she's really nice. So if y'all want, definitely go check her out as well. Now, I don't know if this next person is Bra or B-R-A, but I'm just going to say Bra because that sounds better. So Bra2Nerds Show says, I like your intro. Looks very professional, which was this was on my FNAF 6 Part 2 video. So thank you, 2Nerds Show, or Bra. Yeah, like I said, a lot of people just really like my intro, so I guess it's gonna stay. This comment comes from Clueless Gamer Girl. She says, it's really cool that you got to go. Great video. And on that note, Taos also says, woohoo, PAX. So this was on my PAX South 2018 video, and it was just one of the coolest experiences I think I've ever had going to a convention like that. I've gone to a Comic-Con once. I want to go to more, but PAX was just so cool because it was just pretty much, I mean, it is dedicated to video games and board games and whatever other kind of games that you possibly could think out there, like card games as well. And it was just a really cool experience. There were so many good cosplays, and it was just awesome, you know. And I think it was, like I said, one of the best experiences that I have had going to a convention like that. So I definitely want to go back again next year if I can. So the next two are from Viter Z. One is from T-Stash Gaming, who says, nice one, man. Looking forward to the next. Can't wait to get this game. And from Smashin' Bros Games, who says, oh snap, dude. I just started my playthrough as well. You left the Japanese. Huh. Ha ha ha. I can't stand Goku in Japanese. Dude, I'll be looking forward to watching videos liked and subbed. Thank you both. Yeah, I actually didn't know you could change it to English at the time. And while I don't mind the Japanese, I do like understanding what they're saying, because, you know, even when you read the subtitles, sometimes it can go by too fast. Luckily with this game, you have the opportunity to go whenever you want. But I like just to hear their voices too. I just think that makes it for a much easier video. So thank you, you two. I appreciate it. This also comes from Viter Z. And this is kind of a joke on my title from Mysteries Abound. Taos says, the biggest mystery is, how did you get so beautiful? Well, that's a secret that I can never tell. You know how magicians can never tell their secrets? Well, someone as beautiful as me just can never tell. No, but thank you, dude. I need all the confidence boost I can get, so thank you. This next comment comes from Jean, my personal friend, or J Colas on YouTube. He says, OMG, you had blocked Uruk. Why? Yeah, I didn't know at the time. I accidentally blocked someone because I thought he was lagging me in the courtroom area, but it was actually just, I think, my laptop, because I think that's when the lagging situation started to happen. So, sorry, Uruk, no harm, no foul. Sorry, don't kill me, man. New 10 says, good luck, 40. And this was on my VR chat number 2 video, so thank you, New 10, I appreciate it. This next comment comes from Dark Jueve. I'm gonna go with that. I think it's X Dark Jueve X. That intro is dope, and that was on my first part of Shadow of War. Thank you. See, I'm telling y'all, I think a lot of people just really like my intro. This comes from Taos again. Not only a childhood game, but it has all my childhood cartoons, but like my age. It's super cool, awesome, and heart-wrenching at the same time. Hashtag nostalgia. That was on the Fusion Fall video again, and I 100% agree with you on that. This next comment comes from Shubi. She says, oh man, sorry to hear about your recording. Hate it when that happens. This is such a weird version of FNAF, but it's so interesting. OMG, that jump scare at 6:30 got me too. The mini games in this are very strange. You play as the Stickman? Yes, this was on part 4 of my FNAF 6 playthrough, Lefty and Lore. And thank you for commenting, by the way. This was when I was trying to figure out more of the lore stuff, and I was playing all the mini games, and that's when my playthrough pretty much got ruined, because I did something with my laptop, so it didn't record the audio on the monitor, so that was a bust. But luckily when I played again, I did a whole lot better, so in a way it was kind of a blessing in disguise. So hey, This next comment comes from Fabulous, which I just call him that. He says, "Yay, 50 sub, I'm proud, Red." And this was when on my 50 sub videos. He actually, I actually knew him from someone else through Twitch, BioWinch. She's super chill, and y'all should really check her out too. I really like going to her live streams. It's super chill, super fun all the time. And I met him through there, and he came onto my channel, which is really nice of him. He really didn't even have to, but he did, and he really likes my stuff. So thank you, Fabulous, for telling me congratulations on 50. On that note, another person who came from that Twitch was Halco365. He says, "I seen the Darren Moran, I'm guessing that's how you say it, in the thumbnail on how to watch this. I love the Monster Hunter series, have been following it since 2006 pretty much." And this was on my Marvel vs. Capcom Part 3 video, or Infinite Part 3. And I guess that's what the dragon was, because I had no idea what it was. So thank you for telling me that. Otherwise, I would still have no clue to this day what it was. These next two comments come from TrueLad.exe. And the first one comes from Spazza Gamer. "Keep it up, brother." The second comes from Oceanhawk TV. "Saw you on Reddit, sub/like. Good luck on YouTube." Thank you both. This next one comes from another personal friend of mine who said, "Oof, hope that charging cord comes in soon." Yeah, Reese, that's when my charger broke. Oh, that was a scary time actually, because it was starting to spark, like when I would plug it in. So I was like, yeah, I don't exactly want to burn my house down, so that's when I had to take another break. So this next comment, it comes from a personal favorite of mine. I met him through Facebook, and he's just a very, very good and cool guy. When I say very good, he's very good with his channel, and he just does a lot of cool things on there, and he's been growing really fast, and I can see why. He does a lot of good content. This comes from Scouse Mouse, who says, "Wow, that was a pretty cutscene heavy start. That was the thing that kind of put me off doing Okami on the channel. I ain't played the game before, but people said to me that it takes about 30 minutes before you even get to control a character properly. LOL. Anyways, nice video, man. On to episode 2. That was on my first episode of Attack on Titan 2. And he's right on that. It was very cutscene heavy, and it still kind of is, which I need to play that again. It's been a while. And yeah, it just took a while for it to actually get started, but it's still really cool. It's one of my favorite animes, I guess. This next comment comes from a very cool friend of mine. Honestly, I think he's one of my closest people that I've met through YouTube, because I talk to him all the time. He's so supportive of a lot of things that I do, and even to this day he still comments on my videos, so thank you. This goes out to Nimheal, who says, "Yo, I like your chill personality and your commentary. It's really good. Saw yours from my Facebook post, and you, good sir, have earned yourself a subscriber. Stoked to see what kind of videos you've got coming. Keep it up." This was on my Shadow of War Part 1 again, so thank you, Nim. I appreciate it as always. You're always so kind to me, and I appreciate it. These three next comments are dear to me because it just shows that they're showing me support for a tough time. And this was when my cat passed away. I know some people are like, "Oh, well, they're all family," but to me, she was family. You know, if something happened to my mother, father, brother, or anyone close like that, of course I would be more upset about that. But she was a very special cat. She was with me for a very, very long time. So it was really hard losing her. It was from Nim, Taoist, and Fabulous. Nim says, "So sorry about your cat. I have 2 of my parents home, and I really hope they never pass away. They must be like 100 years old by now, haha. Anyways, it was a really nice edited video with touching music. I really appreciate you sharing this kind of stuff. It's so rare. I love it. Hope you'll be okay soon." Fabulous says, "Rest in peace." And Taoist says, "It is sad to say goodbye, but at least you gave her an amazing life. Rest in peace, Duchess." Yeah, it was kind of hard. You know, after a while it gets a little bit better, but it was really hard, especially since I stayed right by her side until the end. But at the same time, I'm glad I did, because it was very touching to know that I could be with her through the majority of her life. I found her as a stray, so I wasn't with her in the beginning, unfortunately, but I'm glad I was with her for the majority of her life at least. This next comment comes from Nick's own, which is LMFAO, from my VR chat on General RAM. He does a lot of Gears of War stuff. He does a lot of cool content too, so please check him out. But I guess he really liked my General ROM stuff on VR chat, so thank you. Next comment comes from Fabulous. He says, thick. Because the Asylum Demon, if you didn't know, on my Dark Souls video is very, very thick. His next comment comes from Serial P-Lock. I think that's how you say your name. Sorry if I butchered it. He says, that's one of the things with Dark Souls. You learn the pattern. You iron out all the creases and you succeed. Good job. It's all on you and it's so satisfying. All you have to do is not rage quit first. Ha. And then I commented back, and then I really liked his next comment, so I'm going to put it in as well. He says, think you're giving me too much credit, but thanks. I'm not judging, DW. I've never completed it. I've got to that guy who looks like a Witcher Viking samurai and his friend, the angry teapot looking hammer guy, then had to take a break and never return due to one thing or another. Yeah, I think that's what makes it so rewarding. It's a test of willpower almost. He was talking about Ornstein and Smo, which I thought that was so funny when he said angry teapot.
I'm a little teapot, short and stout. This is my handle, and this is my spout.
I'm gonna really have to shout him out when I meet Ornstein and Smo, because I just thought that was one of the funniest things I've read. This comment comes from Siphonator, who says, I don't know, man, Neon, Cat, and Badger both sound equally freaking catchy, and at first I used to think they were annoying as F. Haha. Be known for something great. I mean, curing cancers is on next level tier godlike, so I would like to be a mystery hero. Love the video and your commentary. Keep up the good work, friend. This was from Siphonator from my Would You Rather video, and it was really cool to see other people just come stop by, and like I said, I really love comments like that. And I think either way on the Badgers or Neon Cat, I you know, after a while though, man, after a while. This one comes from a very personal friend of mine. I've known her for like years, and she actually found my channel, which I thought was so cool. This was on Whack the Serial Killer, and this was from Nicole, who says that chick is overkill, lol. She really was though. I mean, honestly, you could have just maybe like stabbed him or something, but nope. That's not how we play it though. This comes from Demi, who says, played it as well, was nice, and felt very empathetic for Chris and Captain Spirit. And it really was an empathetic game, or you could feel for Chris, and I had a lot of empathy for him, so I understand where Demi's coming from. This comes from Halco again on the Captain Spirit video, and he says, can we get a Red Knight issue of butts and boobs? Now see, like I said, that's premium stuff content here, buddy. You can't just go, no, I ain't giving that out for free. This was an awesome video, my friend, from Pump's Gaming on Dark Souls. Thank you. I think it was too. I think it was actually one of my better videos I have made. Philip Daniel says, can you do more Gears of War in VR chat? I think eventually I can. I want to. I haven't done VR chat in a long time, so you know what, man, I really might take you up on the offer soon. But Smex. What a name. Oh my god. He says, LOL, nice way to start a video. Haha, I had a tough time with Bootay when I played against her. Didn't even realize you could take, or you could break the furniture. This was on part 8 of my South Park videos, and this is when I had to go against Spontaneous Bootay. So thank you, Smex. Thank you for telling me. That was a nice way to start a video, because that's when I got crushed by the Bootay. This next comment comes from Gaming Imperfectly. He says, great channel, man. You are awesome. Got a new fan. Thanks for commenting on my video, or I wouldn't have found your channel. Awesome stuff, my friend. You certainly got my sub and my future viewership. And you know, I do like to comment on a lot of people's stuff, because I know what it's like to be a YouTuber, and I know that seeing comments brighten your day when you see them. So I like to just go around on channels, even if I don't really know them that well, and just say, you know, wow, what a great video, or wow, good content, because it's just something that I know a lot of people love to hear. And Gaming Imperfectly, thank you so much, man. You are one of the coolest and nicest dudes that I've probably met on here too. This next comment comes from another personal friend of mine, Lauren Taylor. She says, hey Jordan, love your channel, and this game in particular is really interesting. You should definitely keep the series rolling out. Thank you so much, Lauren. this was on my vampire series, by the way. If y'all don't know, Lauren is very, very cool, and she is a very smart person. Like, I mean, I think she was in my top 20 in my class. No, but honestly, she was really nice. I think I've known her for a while, and I'm glad you found my stuff. Thank you, Lauren. It's good to see so many familiar faces on here, like I said. And yeah, thank you, Lauren. That was just really nice to hear. Okay, guys, that about wraps up the YouTube comments. Totally nothing on y'all if y'all didn't get picked. I appreciate your support nonetheless, and thank you. Otherwise, I would definitely not be here where I am today. So we're gonna move on to actually some other comments from Reddit and Facebook, because like I said, I post my stuff on there, and I thought there were just some comments that were cool to see. So this first one comes from Reese, and he says, love that thumbnail. It's thumbnails like yours that you don't see very often, and which is the factor that will be responsible for your channel growth. Nice to see someone not using paint. Not many seem to pay attention to this most important thing on the channel. Thank you, dude. You know, I really do spend a lot of time on my thumbnails. He was talking about the South Park one, part 8 with the strippers in particular. I took a really long time. Like, I think I took longer on the thumbnail than I did with the actual video. So thank you for noticing that, Reese. Karina says, a good game, which it very well is. This one comes from Anonymous, and he says, that's hilarious. This one comes from Elisa, who says, Captain Diabetes. I think this is from a Captain Diabetes, the one where he was featured. He had the diabetic rage. I think that was part 7. And I guess she really liked Captain Diabetes. Yeah, he's a pretty cool guy. He's probably nicer than most of the South Park kids on there. So, you know, I don't mind adventuring with him. This one comes from Dragonese Plane. And he says, I just watched your highlights vid. I just almost bursted in laughter that would have shook the house worse than the trains passing by. Only half of the videos. I'm glad you really liked it. I thought it was kind of cringy when I made it myself, but I'm glad to see that other people really liked it. So thank you, dude. I really appreciate you telling me that my content is actually worth watching. Mo20 also says, and this was on Reddit actually, he says, what if every game you play turned into No Man's Sky? Then we might really be in hell.
Can I get a refund? Hey, can I have my money back?
No, I've actually never played No Man's Sky, but I've heard a lot about it, and yeah, we'll just go with nope. This one comes from a Fritz Noodles, who says, how did Baby's face get smaller and now her hair is different? Honestly, Springtrap's body looks better with only tiny scratches and holes. The only things worse are his arms, fingers, and skull, which I kind of agree. Scott kind of redesigned the animatronics a little bit different, which, I mean, I get that they're more withered than what they used to be, but like Baby looked kind of like really different. And this one comes from Os Twin Gaming, who says, funny video, man, keep up the great work, love the video. Thank you, man. Always appreciate comments, even if it's on Reddit. It's just really cool to see that even my content on Reddit was getting liked. So thank you, man. I appreciate that. This next comment comes from Cypher Constructs, who says, awesome content, man, sub. Thank you, Cypher. I appreciate that. And this one comes from Crimson Studios, who says, good thumbnail here, my friend, which was from the TrueLab.exe. So thank you. This next comment comes from a Michael Graves, who says, okay, dude, you had me dying in the, which I'm gonna blur the name out of this group just because I don't know if I can use the name. Probably wouldn't mind the publicity, but I'm kind of just, I don't know. I'm just being careful there. He says, I had to sub. When I clicked, I was number 80. So there you go. Yeah, thank you so much, Michael. I really appreciate that. This next comment comes from Martin on Facebook, who says, such a funny game and series. Who he's also talking about the South Park series. I think a lot of people just really liked it. Going through this right now and seeing how many comments there actually were, it's just so uplifting, because that just tells me that there are actually a lot of people interested in the stuff that I do and who actually genuinely care about my content and even me. Just comments like these. I mean, I had so much. Sorry if you made it to the end of the video. Good job, because that was a lot of comments to go through, honestly. But I'm just really happy to see stuff like that, because it just makes me feel special. And if there's, of course, in any way that I thought I could repay that back was to read y'all's comments and to show people how cool and caring y'all really are. So thank y'all again for that. And it's been really a blessing for my channel to have so many people like y'all on here. Guys, that'll probably wrap up this video. But like I said, I'm just so thankful and glad for all these comments. It's so uplifting to see all of them, and I can't thank y'all enough. So thank y'all guys from the bottom of my heart, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye guys, thanks for watching.